We'd like to welcome you to another episode of the Gangster Chronicles podcast. It's your boy Bigg Steele with my dog.
Yeah.
And today, man, we have some people that flew in like a gust of wind. The homie Pimpin Ken.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Internationally known, locally accepted.
How long was you working on that?
Man, this is freestyle, dog.
How
Off the top
long
of
the
the dome.
fuck
I've
that,
been doing this shit
nigga?
long enough.
How long was you
know what I'm
working
saying?
on? You knew we was bringing Ken on the show, so
Yeah,
you probably at home with a pad and paper.
man,
Like,
that's
let me write,
freestyle,
let me
dog.
get my intro together good.
Hey, I've been doing this long enough to where I should be able to come with a dope intro. And also, we got my man.
Game guy Goldie, the one and only.
That's what I'm saying. I was gonna see how we did that right there.
Yeah.
See,
Well,
that was natural.
you
right there.
motherfuckers
You
done
like that, don't you?
you motherfuckers have collaborated on the
Like that,
intros and shit.
When was together last I said we gonna do it like
I
this.
like-
You gonna come in like
I
that.
like that. I like that. That's official, for sure.
The
Man,
referee whistle.
I see, man. You know what? The hip hop fraternity
Yes, sir.
is pretty, man, international, right?
Yeah, currently we have 37 cities and we have approximately about 10 to 11,000 members. And we have our own social media on hhfmedia.com, so that's how people come. It's 100% free. We started in Atlanta, Georgia 4 years ago. In my condo in Buckhead, I let everyone in free, and we've been doing that for 4 years. I feed the kids for free. I let them perform free. We spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on food and just losing money, not getting paid. And we bought concerts and everything. And the purpose of it, because my son was down there, and he was doing showcases, and he was, you know how to be getting that money, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, so they was breaking, I'm feeling it, right? So I said, man, I'm gonna go there, I'm gonna disrupt the entire industry of the music scene down in Atlanta. So I know the best way to disrupt something is to do for free, because can't nobody compete with free. And but it turned into a business, and then I followed the Mark Zuckerberg model and the Google brothers model with free service in exchange for data. So our hhfmedia.com collects data, and we able to send out mega emails in like millimeter seconds to communicate with the people and to bring people together. So in these 37 states, what happens is these brothers, they support each other. We share each other videos. We move together. We act together. We just one big body. We under one umbrella, the auspices of hip hop fraternity, HHL. So that's the real reason. But you got to look at hip hop. It's the 50th anniversary. You've been in it many, many years. I've listened to your music, man, since I was a kid. And I'm not dating us, but
Exactly.
we go way back, me and you. And so you look at it, man. It's the second largest export of American exports. It then created 5 to 6 billionaires. You know the names: Puffy, Jay-Z, Dre, the usual suspects.
Right.
5 billionaires, untold amount of millionaires, but we don't control it. So it's our culture, our code. We have to control the culture. And what the hip hop fraternity is, we're controlling by adding various components. You look at the HHF media, that's one, that's the social media. You look at HHF magazine, HHF radio. We got HHF award show, which we're going to be awarding you brothers this year. We got HHF liquor. We got HHF films. We got 5 films out, one with Boosie and one with my man Rick Ross, one with Ice-T, one with myself, and another one we're going to call Decoded with Pimp C. So, these movies are completed. We're working with big distributors and stuff like that, and we're C Corps. So that's the whole purpose of it, to teach African Americans how to own, how to be autonomous, and doing it by showing it by action. So, you look at the last thing I would like to say is 4 sectors of power. You got Washington, D.C., we got a bunch of lawyers and a bunch of brothers and sisters there, right? So Washington, D.C. is the first sector. We just sent our youngest hip-hop artist, King Moore, 8 years old, look him up. He just did a video. We did a video out here. He had like 4 million, close to 3 to 4 million views in less than 2 months. And then that's Washington, D.C., there's a lot of us there. Second is Wall Street. There's not too many of us there. You know what I'm saying? So we look at hip-hop as Black Wall Street. You look at all the money that it generates. Look at me and Yuckmouth, of course, he's here at y'all studio as well. We talked about that on one of my episodes, one of my podcasts, hip-hop being the new Black Wall Street, because Jay-Z is worth more than the total GDP of Black Wall Street in Tulsa, Oklahoma in 1920. Their GDP was $2.5 billion. Jay-Z is worth $2.5 billion. So hip-hop is the new Black Wall Street. but we're not we as a collective, we're not in Wall Street. The next one is Silicon Valley, which is out here in California. We don't have no real power there. Maybe 2% is there. So we started our own HHF Media, our own IG, our own Facebook called hhfmedia.com. So wherever they at, we at. And then the last one is Hollywood, where we at now, California. So that's why we started HHF Films. That's why we started HHF Magazine, HHF Radio, so we could create our own narrative within the space and within the, this ecosystem. So that's what Hip Hop Fraternity is all about. And we got it where each chapter has their own autonomy. They have their own LLC or their own 501c3. So that way the feds can never indict us as a collective, So he's in charge to wherever go in Sacramento as the CEO. She's Miss Kentrice. She's in charge of whatever goes on her area, or Mike Fresh, whatever. You know what I'm talking about.
Right.
Everybody is controlled. So if they indict, say one of our brothers in California, he doing some mess, then we not all.
Yeah, it don't affect the whole body.
Yeah, so you know what I mean, because we learned that from COINTELPRO. They have always had a thing against black folks.
Right.
They call it the Black Messiah. They've been
Especially when you organize.
Yeah, they don't want us to organize. So we organize separately. We got 37 chapters. Each CEO of that chapter is his own boss. He controls his own city. That way we're not connected. And they can't indict us for fraternity because Mason's got a fraternity.
Right.
Elk's got a fraternity. They can't indict us for hip-hop because we know who controls hip-hop, Universal, Sony Music, Columbia Music. So we kind of had to create something that can be for us, by us, but yet, it won't get us under those 3 Ds. Demonize, destroy, and discredit. That's what they do to all black organizations, right? So the way we structure, the way we organize, there's no way they can come at us, under nothing illegal. Unless somebody in the organization purposely do something illegal, then that's on itself.
Yeah, one of the things that you said that was very important, you mentioned data, and that's what I tell people. When they say my YouTube channel, my Instagram page, I say, no, it's not yours. You may have your name placed up under there, but that's theirs. You don't know, you see the people that's following you, but you don't have the information.
Right.
Outside of you trying to inbox them, whatever, we don't have the emails to send them out merch, things like that. We don't have their phone numbers to send them SMS messages to get into them. Like, just imagine if we had a site, and that's one of the things I was trying to build on our site, was so we had our own social media on there.
Well, we can help y'all do that.
Yeah, so when people come, we can have that information, and I can see people, because somebody watched the show and they're a big MC Eiht fan. Hey, Eiht got a new album out.
Yeah.
We can
help y'all with that, bro.
That's where the money
That's
is
what
right
we
there.
have. Yeah, that's what we have. We have our own social media. We can show you how to build it. That's what, bringing y'all into the ecosystem, hip hop fraternity. That's what we all about. Is spreading that knowledge. Each one gonna teach one. Your skill set is your asset. So we will show you guys how to build your own social media, how to help people come up there. They can post, they can put their music up there, and if you go to hhfmedia.com right now, that's exactly what you could do. And that's what we about. We about each one gonna teach one. We ain't about holding the information and
Right.
keeping it, from the brothers, because if we all get powerful, the more powerful you are, MC Eiht, the more powerful we is. If we got an alliance here in California, if we can say, man, we can call these brothers and we can move, or we say, man, we got to send some brothers up there that just like Mike Fresh, who just got an album drop, we can bring them over there. We ain't got to, deal with our high radio and all these Radio 1, all these other conglomerates that keeps us boxed out,
Right.
from the system.
Well, they go
Create
charge
our
you a
own
gang
system.
of money.
Yeah, we create our own system, and we show each other how to, how to navigate. So now we got our own Silicon Valley. If it's 100 of us
Definitely.
with social medias, we got 100 people that's equivalent to Silicon Valley, and that's where the money at, is on the internet. Like you said, I can push one button. I can show you. I can push one button, and it's in the email to everybody within millimeter seconds. I can push one button, I can upload anything I want to do, his flyers, whatever, and that's real talk. We have that right now. You can go on the site right now. You can post your videos. You can post your show. You can post every show on there. And that's what we want to teach brothers, man. We got to cover the 4 sectors of power. Washington, D.C., New York, which is the stock exchange, Silicon Valley, and Hollywood. We got to, everything that they're doing, we got to do. And that's why I respect the Jews. A lot of people don't like the Jews, but I respect what they're doing from the perspective of them having, diversification. And that's what we need to practice as a collective, as a unified body of people. We got to practice, diversification. And I ain't talking about DEI. I'm talking about diversification in terms of business. That's why we have 9 children under our parent company, HHF Media Group. You see what I'm saying? Those are subsidiaries. So those businesses are connected, and we got it under 1123, so we could pay taxes collectively under those businesses under one auspices. You know what I'm saying?
That definitely is. I think a lot of brothers need to learn how to network with each other and learn that, strength is in power. You feel me?
Yeah. Being unified.
And
sure.
definitely they fear that. But it's a way for, you to avoid having to, like you said, they'll charge you up the ass for shit. And when it's all about niggas just trying to connect with each other. And I think that's what's very powerful within us. Because once you get brothers to represent across the states, that's what scare motherfuckers. But it still helps us out.
Do you know that Facebook, and I learned this 2 months ago, we was trying to get our Facebook page going, and one of my homies told me, he said, man, you can't put links in there. Anytime you put a link in there, they bury it. Because Facebook don't want you going outside their platform. Why would they want you to go outside their platform? They want to keep you on there. So I got rid of those and started posting stuff directly. You know, we had 1 million people come to our page. 1 million people. It tripped me out. And hearing Goldie, I heard y'all on the episode, man. You know, I've been doing my research, man. That's why I asked, man, you could ask Ken. I said, man, is you bringing Goldie with you?
I told him that.
I asked him, I said, you got to bring Goldie. Man, what is the red pill conversion?
The red pill conversion? I ain't never heard of that.
Conversation.
Huh?
The red pill conversation, basically talking about when we talk about the alpha male versus the beta male. Stuff you talk about.
Okay. Well, I don't like to call it, red pill. They got their space out there where they call it the red pill. I feel like I'm talking about something different than them, so I don't call it that. But I get what you're saying. That space that.
What's the name of yours?
Well, my podcast is called "Don't Hate the Player, Learn the Game." But the red pill space is like a space where dudes talk about women and things like that. I feel like I'm saying something completely different than them dudes, though. So I don't really classify it as that. But I'm gonna get into the spiel. I'm really talking about the great female kind and really showing dudes that they really have more value than they've been tricked out of by these women. I say it all the time. It's called the great female kind. It's a collective kind that women are running on men, right? To make the man feel like he's less valuable than a woman when in almost every aspect, metric to metric, apples to apples, oranges to oranges, the man is almost always more valuable, right? I say it all the time. In society, not every single woman, but in society, where does a woman derive her value from?
From the way the men treat her.
Okay, I'll say this, right? And tell me if you agree. A woman's value in society is based on her looks most of the time, right?
Oh, yeah, for her looks.
Okay, so if a woman's value in society is based on looks, how valuable is she really? Because looks are destined to go away. So how can somebody whose value is predicated on something destined to go away more valuable than a man whose value is predicated on his competency, which he could have until he's 70, right? Her looks are going to go away. Then what does she have? So if we strip the looks down because we know it's going away and now measure her up to most men, the man is almost always more valuable. And all I'm saying to these men is you out here, you the breadwinner, you go outside, you work hard every day. You do this, you do that, you come home, you take care of the bills. But your woman treats you like a doormat. She treats you as if you less valuable than her when in reality you more valuable. It's hard to find a bunch of men lining up to take care of a single mother. But there's plenty of women out there saying, man, I want a man who is willing to take care of me, right? So the value means rare. What's more rare? That man is more rare, which makes him more valuable. And all I'm saying is men got to stand in their value and not let their women treat them like they're less valuable when they really have some value.
Yeah, because it don't really sound like you knocking women. So I know it's going to be some sisters. I know I'm going to get some emails.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Friday morning, they're going to be saying, what is y'all talking about? We not valuable. Because people don't have.
I didn't say they weren't valuable. I was just saying if we added a metric to metric apple, and then it's like this too. You could say, okay, well, a woman bring more to the table. Her nurturing, her womanly things, but that's not what these women these days have. A woman gonna show you what she thinks is valuable by what she leads with. What does she lead with? She leads with her looks and her sexuality, right? And then is mad that a man want that from her, right? So they don't take the time to learn these other attributes, the nurturing skills, and these other things that would make them valuable as women, right? So they don't even have what actually makes them truly valuable these days.
Do you feel that is in consideration with the women of today?
Of course, the media, the music, society. Their mothers, it's a different time.
Absolutely.
It's a different time.
Well, I would say it's a different time as far as females are concerned. You see the the aspect of how, you know, if you watch all these television shows and you watch how certain dudes get in a position and feel like, you know, they have to do certain things to please some of those, you know, and then they want to tell you, you know, there's the, if you got the bread, then hey, it's just what a nigga does.
Yeah, yeah.
But, you know, I've never felt that way.
Me neither.
It goes in a certain way for me because I come from a different generation, you know. I came from the generation where, you know, mamas was mamas and you know, you got your ass whooped with belts and switches when you did shit wrong. I come from the era where what you see is what you get as far as the woman is concerned, and I'm just a good woman, period. I'm not trying to run out, you know, whether if she was small, she was small. If she was big, you know, and she was accepted like that.
Wasn't no BBLs,
there wasn't a sense of I have to change myself to, I mean, come on, this is the era of like you walk into any area in the females of this generation is automatically gonna feel like with the shake of an ass and the whatever, you ready to trick off some money on me.
That's what they accept. That's what they think is normal.
But that's a certain class of what I call this sort of generation.
Yeah.
You know, with the music, you see it within the music and all that type of, and it makes a female go, well, shit. And it's openly stated. Well, I'm going to go run and get me a BBL and go get me some whoopty-whoop. And then I'm going to hit the club or whatever. And
get my bills paid.
It's going to be some dude because, you know, that's the era we in today. Right. You know, I come from the era where you quiet with shit. Yeah. You don't let a motherfucker know you got $1 million in the safe at home.
Yeah.
Today the niggas are, look at my safe. You see my $1 million? You give me some.
Dudes used to be ashamed to be a trick. Now they prideful in tricking.
But it's not tricking to them. Nigga, I got a stack of money, so shit. If baby want me to pay for her some new titties and a new ass, that's what I'm gonna go do.
You know where this all started from? What was that girl, Jody Watley? They started making songs. Mm-hmm. You gotta have a J.O.B. if you want to be with me. Ain't nothing going on but the rent. Then you had the Scrubs record. I don't want no Scrubs, you know? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And when you think about it, right, women want millionaire dudes. They want dudes making, I heard a girl say, if he making $250, that's not enough money. Mm-hmm. And I said, well, he's making more money than 85%, 90% of the country, so how's it not enough money? Where are you finding these men at? Where are all these millionaires at?
She don't got one. You know, that's
what I'm saying.
You know, these women, they talk these fantastical ideas that they can't even get. I mean, most of these women who talk like that, they probably don't even have a man. I'm hard-pressed to find a woman who talks like that who actually has what she's talking about. It's just a fantasy in their head that they're getting from this music. You know, the same way, you know, like the gangster music made everybody want to be a gangster. Now these females is pushing this trick type music, and all these women want to act like this without even actually doing it. They don't even know how to break a trick. They don't even have game, right? Women don't even understand, like, you don't get money from a man by saying, give me some money with me. That's not even having game. You got to finesse a man to get some money and not make him feel like an ATM. They don't even have game. They listen to this music and actually think that work. Yeah, work on a trick-ass dude who had got low self-esteem. But if you really trying to break a trick for real, the way they talk about it in this music, that's not even how you go about it.
And another thing, too, you should break down the power of the vagina and how these women use their vagina, you know, to put the value on the coochie.
Yeah, you know, because in our classes, we always try to tell these dudes, you know, it's all about the value. We place too much value on things that aren't that valuable. You know, like I said before, you know, something of value is something rare. Mm-hmm. These dudes put the pussy on a pedestal, and what we say is bring the pussy off the pedestal, put it in its proper perspective and its proper value. Now things become more important. If you take a woman out to eat, you take her on a vacation, right? You take her to the movie, something. What does she give you in return for all of that effort?
Just some pussy.
She give you some pussy, right? Why? Because you've told her that it's this valuable to you, right? You can barter with that. It's legal tender with me, right? What we say is take the pussy off the pedestal, let her know that's not legal tender in this relationship. You can't pay me with that. You can't barter with it. You can't give that to me for something I do for you. When you do that and you put it in its proper perspective, the woman now has to come with something of real value for you. But as long as you make pussy this valuable, then I'm going to just give you this. When you give me a new purse, a new bag, take me here, I'm just give you some pussy. I say that don't mean nothing to me. I don't even want that right now.
She gonna say I'm a good woman.
Listen,
Come on, that's what they right.
Yeah,
For your exchange
I'm a
of
good
your
woman.
goods and your services, the clothes, the bags, whatever, you got you a good bitch.
let's talk about that. I say it all the time. We talk about it in our class. Dudes have to start having some requirements, right? She say she a good woman, she cook and she clean. That's not enough for me though. And for most dudes, as long as she's a good woman, she cooks, she clean, and she don't cheat on me, oh, that's a good woman. What I'm saying is women's requirements are higher than that. Men should have higher requirements. If you were easy to get, you're easy to leave. And the reason that these women don't have much value in their man is because they caught you easy. All she had to do was show up. You didn't make her jump through no hoops. You didn't make her prove herself, but she makes you prove yourself. You got to have a certain amount of money, a certain amount of style, a certain amount of charisma. But the women just get to come how they are. What I'm saying is you have to know your value. And when you know your value, you don't just let any broad with you just because you cook and you clean and you just here. No, you got to be actively making my life better in a certain way, or you can't be here. Otherwise it's the same. If you being here is the same of if I was just here by myself, then you bring no value to the situation. So that's what we say. Like, if you value yourself, make sure these women is coming with something.
That's some real stuff. Now, let me ask you this. Because in this age of technology, you've seen more relationships get ruined by women going through men's phones.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, and this is what I advocate, right? Before you anything, you got to be a man first, right? And your relationship is always going to fail if your woman don't respect you. And she's never going to respect you if you lie to her. So you better keep it up front with what you're doing. Listen, if you want to have other women, let her know that's what you're going to do. Men would be surprised if you really walked up to a woman and she dealing with you and y'all vibing, y'all having a good time, and she say that line, what are we? Right? And you let her know, like, listen, baby, I like you. I like what we have going. We got a connection. But listen, I'm not going to lie to you. You know, we can be together, but if I see another woman out and something happens, I'm going to have sex with her. Are you okay with that? Now, I ain't going to do it every day, baby, but I'm saying if the situation arises, I'm not going to lie to you right now and say I ain't going to do it. I'm going to do it. Can you get with that? Do you like me enough to get with that and accept it? If not, we could part ways right now. Men would be surprised how many women would be like, but then be like, damn, he keeping it real, though. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's cool. I'm talking about the common man. I'm talking about regular Joe Blow that wake up 5 o'clock every morning, come home at 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
He take a shower. As soon as he go to the shower,
Woman going through his phone.
the woman going through his phone to see what he been doing.
She going through his phone because he's allowed that to be the standard in the household. You know, a woman with me, she not even going through my phone because what's she going for? Because I already let her know from the jump, I'm going to do what I want to do. So if you want to go through my phone, that's fine. But guess what? What you doing it for? You can't get mad when you see something because I already let you know what it was with me. So that's why I go back to being a man first, letting a woman know. If you going to be dealing with other women, you might as well let your woman know up front. It'll spare you from the drama of getting your car keyed, getting her blowing up your job, getting all of this drama. That's why I say you be a man first, and she'll respect you more for it. If a man get caught cheating, man, you need to just let her know, yep, I did that. She'll respect you for it. And you'll always have action back at a woman who has respect for you. Whether you lying, how could you be a man and you lying and you sneaking and you cheating around? That's what little bras do. That's why she talks to these dudes crazy, because you lying and you sneaking around. She can't respect that. And if she don't respect that, she not going to talk to you respectfully. So now your relationship is over. Whether you could have just been like, yeah, I did that. What's she going to say? She going to be mad, but she going to like, damn, he ain't a liar. She's still going to have that respect for you, so you always going to have action back at her.
Will you be able to keep that, though? That's the whole thing from the nigga side. Because a person that's a normal Joe Blow, he ain't gonna be able to ride that. Yeah, I'm gonna do what I want to, because most of the time
She could be out the front door.
That's why we had the classes, because we teach confidence, right?
Okay.
We teach confidence and
Right.
competence. See, so you can be confident, but if you ain't got no competence. So like back to what he was saying about the female. Now y'all know in my game it's first, ass last. If I'm gonna take a chance, I gotta get my cash in advance. What I did is I took the, I don't lead with my little head. I lead with my big head. You know what I'm saying? So the last thing a woman gonna see if she mess with me is to see my penis. She gonna see that last. It's first, ass last. You know, I'm not even interested. And once you take, as he said, you take the sex off the mantle and you put game or you put knowledge and wisdom and understanding on the mantle, then that means that you have to deal with me directly. So when a woman see me and she can't use her sexual or the power of the vagina to control me, now she succumbs to what I believe, the soul. You know what I'm saying? Then, you know, and every guy that come from my world, the P world, you know, that's the real ones, they want the soul. Because they know that if you get the mind, the body will follow. And that's the same thing in the square world. If you get a woman's mind before you get her vagina, then she will follow you. And like Goldie always say, if you can't lead, then she gonna take the steering wheel and she gonna lead. You know what you
She'll
say
take
about
the wheel.
Yeah. You know, we say it all the time, right? You know, dudes is wondering like she don't listen. She's not submissive. She's not letting me lead. I say most of the time these dudes ain't fit to lead. I see these dudes every day, man. You're not fit to lead. You're not competent in what you're doing. You're not sure about where you're going. She's looking at you and you looking around. So she like, well, shit. He looking around. I'd rather crash this car myself than let him crash it because it look like that's what's going to happen. And that's what we say. These dudes got to get their self right first. They're not competent because when a man is in his rightful position, a woman's going to be in her rightful position. I know you guys know it. When you acting as a man, a woman could be with another dude and be disrespectful and all this, and she get with you, she get in her proper position because she's with a proper man in his proper position. And what you were saying, like the average Joe Blow, he ain't gonna be able to pull that off. Yes, he can though. Like I like to tell dudes all the time, man, I was talking like this before I had anything. I mean, I spoke this shit into existence because I was calling myself a king when I had a 2-door Mitsubishi with a light I had to hit, you know, to come on. It was rusted in the front. I had, you know, 3 bras in the back. So, but I guess what? I only dealt with women who liked me a lot. I don't care who it is. You know, it's a bum on the street with a broad, right? You done seen it.
Exactly.
These dudes choose wrong. I say it all the time, man. That situation you in right now, it ain't never gonna work because you violated game guide rule number 1. You didn't like who liked you. You getting a woman that you chasing, so she like, all right, f it, I'll with you. You need to get the woman that when you looking at her, she looking at you with her eyes wide. That's the woman who gonna take whatever. When she see you like she see Chris Brown. And it's always a woman. It may be more for me than the average Joe Blow, but it's a woman out there that sees him like that. And what I'm saying is, man, f with that broad. Right. And everything gonna be easier. And she gonna accept whatever you coming with.
Mm-hmm. So your advice, I wouldn't say is for the typical square married dude.
Yeah, it is. I'm saying I'm speaking value. I'm speaking don't lie. I'm speaking be a man. Be truthful with your woman.
Can you
stand on
you
your value?
Home, telling Maria tonight, hey,
nigga, you about to make me laugh until the show is over. But
I'm about to start knocking me a few more bitches down every week. But see, when you tripping, I'm gonna go do this.
But you know what?
I'm gonna come back home to you.
You know, didn't step into it like that.
Yeah, because now you're a fraud. Because
you start is how you finish.
Yeah, you didn't step into it like that.
I'm saying when you start.
Let me say it to you like this. So still, what you have is you have a contract, right? Mm-hmm. And most people call it a bad contract. The bad contract, what makes it a bad contract, you do all the work, right? And you bring all the money home. And say, for instance, if you and her get into a disagreement, she have the right to file for divorce. She have the right 50% to what you earn. So if you're a multimillionaire, you got to give her, like Jeff Bezos asked him, he know what I'm talking about. You know, he had to give his wife millions of dollars. You know, anybody that married, and then you know, you got a different situation. So what kind of car you drive? You ain't got to. You just what kind of car you like?
Well, I got Mercedes, I got Lexus, and I got.
So your Mercedes, right? You went and you registered, right, with the DMV, right? They gave you a registration, right? So they let people know you're the owner, right?
Yep.
When you and your wife got married, we y'all went to the court.
Yeah, we had to go.
Y'all registered, right?
Yeah, we registered. Yeah.
She own you. So you go home with that. She got the right to, you know, say, okay, yeah, well, okay, Steele, I need half of your Mercedes. I need half of your Lexus. Yada yada yada. So,
Maria ain't saying half of nothing.
So what's
Maria said I need 90% of that.
So what MC Eiht was saying, you know, hey man, you know, it's how you start, how you finish.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times we get in a relationship. There are some exceptions, you know, where guys, you know, if they get married, they still, you know, they're the ruler and they run their household. You know, they do what the hell they want to do, but there's not many. You know, I mean,
I mean, many. That's not common.
No, it's not. It's
That's
not
because
common.
dudes been tricked out their value. You got to think about it like this, right? These dudes, athletes in particular, you know, and I ain't going to say why, you know, these dudes, they seem like the biggest tricks, and I say it all the time, it's because, you know, from the age of 6, 7, they've been playing sports their whole life. They almost socially slow, you know, so they able to be manipulated, but these dudes work their whole life, work so hard to become athletes. They got the money, they got the fame, and then they'll turn around and get in a relationship and let the woman tell him what to do as if she holds any type of power in a situation, right? Because he doesn't know his value. How am I a rich, multi-millionaire, famous individual, and then I'll get with a woman and she gonna tell me I can't have other women? Why did I work so hard to get this money and be free to turn around and put myself in handcuffs by this woman who didn't sacrifice to get to where I was? Why? Because psychologically, I don't understand my value.
Man, I'm gonna tell you something. My son played professional football, and when I'm tell you that them women are vicious,
Oh, they
my
cold.
wife had to kind of go in on this one lady because she was just on my son like a thing, and my wife said, "You are too old for him. If you come over by him again, me and you go fight." My wife kicked her shoes off. I said, "What you about to leave that boy? He know how to handle himself." She ran off all kind of trim from that boy.
Yeah. Well, see, God gave a woman the same thing He gave a skunk, a white stripe in the belly full of funk. See, women are naturally more intelligent than men. A lot of men don't understand that. They think, "Oh man, I got this bro." From the minute she gets with you, she already know what she gonna do with you. She already know how she gonna come at you. They sit back and they plot. You know, the dress, the makeup, the lipstick, all that is a plot. And you know the way they dress. If they wear the fishnet, they trying to catch. You know, if they wear the the church dress, they trying to catch a church. They trying to catch a preacher. You know, if they get the tight jeans and all that, they trying to catch an athlete. They are strategists. So you have to marry a woman, that's 7, or deal with women that are 7 years your junior, and not your senior. The older the woman is, the less chance you got of controlling the relationship, because there's 3 things that people don't understand when it comes to intelligence. The first is IQ. That's intelligence quotient. That show how intelligent you are. Then it's EQ. That's emotional quotient. Women are higher in the emotional quotient area, and that's why it's an old saying in the game. They say, man, don't let your emotions supersede your intelligence. Mm-hmm. Don't let your IQ supersede your EQ. But women, they can control that. They can master, because the reason why they higher in emotion, because God gave them the same thing He gave a skunk, a white stripe in the belly full of funk. He gave them the ability to deal with situations emotionally. So a skunk, when the skunk get mad at you or you try to approach him, he shoot out funk. Mm-hmm. Well, a woman going to emotionally debase you. See what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And she high in that, because what makes her so high, because she's also a nurturer. She also got to take care of the kids. You got to be emotionally equipped to deal with crying babies. But she also can use it destructively or constructively. Sometimes women use it destructively. Then the last one is AQ. That's adaptability quotient. You got to be able to adapt to situation. And most men, when they get around, certain situations, they don't know how to adapt. Like me, you can put me in a room for beautiful women, and I'm not, my little man ain't even thinking about it. My big head trying to figure out how can I break all these women. You know what I'm saying? How can I get some money out of all of them? That's just the way I think, because I can adapt to any situation. Most men don't have high degrees in these areas. A lot of men got the ABCs, but they don't got the XYZs. But in order to have all high levels in these 3 categories, you got to have what I call character. See, character is like the alphabet. You got A, B, C, D, and X, Y, Z. You're going to always spell cat, C-A-T, and you always spell dog, D-O-G. But, those characters never change. They spell it all over the world. The way you spell here in America, they spell it everywhere. And the numerical system is the same, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. After you get to 9, you got to take the 1, which is the first character, and go back to get to 10, and on to a billion. Those are characters. They never change. The only time they change when they elevate, when they go up and thing. So most men don't have character. Character, I tell you this, a lot of men, you see the basketball players, the gifts, they got gifts. Their gift can take them where their character can't go. You can take the nigga out the ghetto, but you can't take the ghetto out of the Negro.
That's real. When you mentioned something about women, right? And I noticed this. If one of the homies, not so often right now because I'm older, but when I was younger, you would get a homie who find out his broad cheating on him. And the first thing he want to go do is beat the nigga up and go confront her. And you tell him, just kick back. You hurt her more by not giving a f.
Yeah. Right, that's it.
You hurt her more by not giving a f. Like, if a broad ever cheated on me or whatever, I was never the type. I'm not going to go fight nobody. I'm not doing none of that. I'm just move on.
Give her a Chinese name. One Gong, Su Wong.
But a woman will find out your ass doing something wrong. They'll kick it with you. and they would set you up for failure. I don't seen them do it. I had a homeboy, man, his wife knew he was cheating. His wife knew he was cheating for 7 months and didn't say nothing. You know what she was doing the whole time? Tucking this away over here.
Oh, wait.
Tucking away.
Oh, wait.
He came home one day, all his shit was gone.
You know why that is, right? Because a woman leave in the mind before she ever leave actually in physicality. You know, everything that you see, the thought was the cause of it all. You was the thought. Your mama seen your daddy. She seen him. She said, he fine. She said, he fine. There you go. Yeah. You know, it's all the thought. So the thought calls out. So the sin don't lie in the act. It lies in the thought. As a man thinketh, so is he. So you know what I'm saying? I mean, we just had to be familiar with that. We got to recognize the signs. What me and Goldie like to call is patterns. So what you do, you set up a pattern. You study a woman's pattern. See, we study animals, we study plants, we study everything. We don't never study our woman. You study her pattern. If your woman do certain things a certain way all the time, that means that everything is good. If she deviate from those patterns, that lets you know that your household is in peril, is in danger. And that's simple. It's just simple. Any man, all you squares can learn this. It's simple. Just watch your woman pattern. If she say, she say, I don't go out to eat. I don't do that. I don't hang with nobody. They always say, I just want to have a girl night out. Man, you better watch out. You know what I'm saying? Me and the girls is going to Cancun. We doing but she never did that. She's out of her element.
You not going. She going to Cancun.
Yeah.
So you know something didn't happen. You know, maybe at the job she met a nice young man. You know, and then sometimes we work hard, right? We trying to pay the bills. We got to send the kids to school and so on and so forth. We working extremely hard, and sometimes we neglect them. And all it takes is some guy to say, like Goldie, you know what I'm saying? Say, man, you looking beautiful today, mommy. You know what I'm saying? You see all that gold and jewelry, and now and then you know it's even worse than that. It's even more dangerous with social media. IG is the worst thing for relationships. When people ask me what's wrong with relationships, I say IG. They say, why can't I? Say, because your woman is on there looking square. She ain't got no bikini on, and you got these guys with a whole bunch of, you know, cap or either money saying how beautiful she is, and she's steady getting likes. And we are social creatures. We love likes. We love attention. So she get more likes and she got more followers on IG than she got in real life. And then, you know, you handling your business and you ain't even recognize the pattern. And then, you know, when she do that, it's trouble. When she ain't letting you see what she tapping into and what she doing on the phone, and she start putting passcodes on her phone, you know what I'm saying? Women lead mentally before they actually lead physically, and so do men. Women.
Nah, that's right. You know, but I say, you know, she look better going than she do coming. You know what I'm saying? I celebrate when a woman leaves because it gives the next woman the opportunity to take her spot, right? Because if you a man and you always working on yourself, you always elevating, you always in the gym, you always eating right, you always educating yourself, you a better man 3 months down the line than when she met you. So therefore, you can catch better when she leave. So I would never be worried about no woman. See, when you worried about the woman, she gonna give you a problem. When you worried about yourself, this is how I feel about it. I'm not worried about her. Like, oh, she doing this, I'm not worried about her. I'm worried about what I'm doing, and she better keep up. And when she sees that, she gonna want to keep up. When you worried about her, she gonna give you something to worry about.
You know, I'm gonna tell you something. You said earlier. You said you manifested all that before you.
Oh yeah, man. I was calling myself a king and making my bros call me king when I didn't have Nathan. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all been to Cleveland before. I know you've been to Cleveland.
Oh,
before,
definitely.
Right? You've been to Cleveland, Ohio.
Nah.
You've been to Cleveland before, right?
Of course.
I am from 105th.
Yeah.
105, right? Brian from Cleveland. I come from poor shit. I didn't know I was poor, you know, when I was there, but I realized I was poor as I got older and, you know, started seeing other things. When I saw Ice-T's album cover when I was in high school,
I
saw him on there with that bad Spanish broad, and he had the gat, and the homie had the little money sack. I said, that's going to be me. I told the homie, I said, I'm going to California, and I'm going to get me some money. I don't know what the hell I'm going to do and how I'm going to get there, but I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
And when I tell you that 15 years later, I was the motherfucker with a sack,
Yeah.
a bad Mexican broad on my side, and some money in my pocket, I manifested
Hey
it
man,
I
that
saw
shit.
it.
Hey, that shit is real. What Napoleon Hill say, man, a burning desire. When you got a burning desire, that shit'll take you and give you whatever you want.
I'm going to tell you what I don't do. I don't do negativity. If I'm with anybody in my crew and I'm talking about, Eiht to tell you, I call him with all kind of plots. And I be dead serious about him. I call Brian. If I got a nigga on my team, man, we can't do that. Man, he ain't the one for it because
Yeah.
that energy,
Yeah.
all this stuff is spiritual,
Man,
dog.
that's a fact.
Well, you know, when you talk about, you know, stuff like that, if you can put it in your head, you can put it in your hand. Whatever the mind believes and conceive, it can
Right.
achieve. You understand what I'm saying? But you got to have plans and goals. So if I say, okay, brother, still I'm going to throw you in the middle of the Sahara Desert, you there, you like, what the hell, man, what I'm going to do? Then I give you a GPS, right? What that GPS does, it allows you to go to your destination because it's a plan. You got to have, your life got to be a GPS. And even when you taking the GPS, and we just missed our exit. What did it say? When you miss an exit?
No,
Rerouting.
reroute.
Yeah.
Because a
Reroute.
man who know where he going, you know what I'm saying? I mean, a man who have a plan has a destiny. The roads that you take to get to your destination ain't gonna never be the ones that get you there. It's gonna always
Right.
be the detours, the reroutes. So you know what I'm saying? As a man, think of so is he. And that's all you got to do is you got to believe. It's
Yeah.
with the hip hop fraternity. Like Goldie said, I seen this before it even happened. I told them Miss Kentrice over there, she's my CEO. I told all of them, Vado, he was my day one, A1 when it was only 4 of us. I said, bro, this is where we're gonna be at in so many years. And they see the manifestation. Like you said, we on a press run right now. We all over the place. We everywhere like air. That's what you just said, right? Okay, that we is there. But I told them that before we got there. But see, the problem with that is that God gives the vision to MC Eiht. So MC Eiht is the one that hold the keys to the vision. The only thing we can do, those of us who don't have the vision, is to follow
Right.
the vision, right? So when people follow your vision, then that even makes the possibility of fruition even that more probable. Now, you know what I'm saying? I mean, sometimes a man don't have vision.
Right.
So if a man don't have vision and he's going through the scenario that we're talking about right now, you know what I'm saying? He's going to end up like Moses. Y'all remember Moses in the Bible?
Yes.
So Moses turned a stick into a stake into a stick, a stick into a stake. He killed the man with his bare hand. He talked to God behind the burning bush. He told Pharaoh, let his people go any part of the Red Sea. He got in the wilderness. He seen the Ethiopian. He said, man, how do you get out the wilderness? He said, man, I ain't telling you. Even though Moses was married to his sister, I ain't telling you, man. You know what I'm saying? Man, you already, you that dude. You Moses. You figured it out. Moses died in the wilderness 40 years later. The dude, the Ethiopian brother, the African brother that was telling him he wasn't going to tell him, he knew the way out the wilderness. 40 days, he got out the wilderness. Moses died in the wilderness because he didn't have no vision. And the Bible says people perish from a lack of vision. So, yes, you can do whatever you want to do, but Goldie didn't just got the gold chain. He envisioned. And remember the movie Willie Dolomite? You got to have vision, Willie. Yeah, that's what it is. You got to have vision.
Nah, that's real. That's real. And I say this too. Like a lot of dudes, man, with camera, man. A lot of you dudes ain't never gonna get your goals because of that broad sitting next to you. Energy is so bad. You know, it's counterproductive to that manifestation you trying to have. You putting out all this good energy and these good thoughts, law of attracting. Then she texting your phone. Now you got bad energy. You know, she don't want to see you win because you ain't been 100 with her. So she's putting out counterintuitive energy into the world. And the reason that most of these dudes ain't successful is because they're not on the same page with their woman. I've made millions with women that I got on the same page with. That's why I say, like, a woman is not as valuable as a man, but I know when a woman is just as valuable as a man, and that's when her energy is right. When she's lending you that creative energy, that emotional energy that manifests and create worlds. But most dudes ain't on the same page with a woman like that. That's why I say most of them women ain't even got that for me. But when you do get a woman on the same page, the right energy, the right emotions, yeah, you can manifest millions.
And you can speak life into her too. I'm gonna tell you all the situation. And for the record, I don't been with my wife since I was 19. I love my wife. Don't want no other woman. Whatever. I'm not in.
No, you're supposed to.
You know, I'm good. But I remember, man, our daughter was taking us through some, right?
Right.
You know, going through that rebellious stage, and she wanted to do real estate. Kept telling me about it. I paid for all the little, you know, stuff. And she was gonna go take the test, right? She said, I don't feel good, I'm not gonna do it. I said, go on and take the test. I said, you go pass it. She went to pass the test with flying colors. She sold 3 or 4 houses since that time, right? But I had to speak that life into her. I could have been like, just sit up here and lay in the bed. No, they ain't productive. We gotta all have something going on.
Yeah.
I don't allow nobody in my house to sleep past a certain time. My sons, they gotta get up in the morning.
Hey, that's right.
You feel what I'm saying? Because if you,
I'm glad you ain't my daddy.
because what you instill in somebody, and I always tell my homeboys, right? And not saying that I got it all. I'm still on a mission, right? Yeah. If you don't have a certain amount of money in the bank, you need to have your ass up in the morning trying to figure something out.
Yeah.
You got to have a plan. Like you talk about a plan, put the plan together. You have to have a plan.
GPS.
You have to have GPS because nobody is gonna come give you nothing.
Let me give you something. He said something about the woman that, you know, when your rhythm don't match your woman, when a woman's rhythm don't match your rhythm. Ironically speaking, and I use the word ironically, and I use it emphatically, right? Ironically speaking, if you look at the situation in our community, the black community, 85% or even more of the women are doing single parenting. But you ask yourself, newsflash, sisters, who doing all the killing? So if y'all raising the killers, what is the absence? The absence is the man.
Right.
And the Bible says submit, and a lot of women have a problem with submission. But it don't mean to submit and bow down. It means submit your help. Become a helpmeet to that man. You know what I'm saying? Like you and your woman been together for so long because y'all rhythms match. You know what I'm saying? Y'all agree on a lot more than y'all disagree. Of course y'all gonna have problems, and I think that that's the problem with a lot of women. You know what I'm saying? They don't understand the purpose of a man. God gave a man an Adam's apple so he can regulate his children. He could regulate his household. A man is meant to be the head of the household. That's what they say, sit your ass down, boy. You sit down. How many times you told your boy, they said your wife be like, still, you need to talk to them. They tripping. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that happens all the time. The lion is the king of the animal kingdom because of his roar. He roars, scare the mess out of elephants and giraffes. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but that's what makes him the king, and because of his, and the man because of his Adam's apple.
Got to be intimidating.
And the woman, you know what I'm saying? She have the emotional factor. You know what I'm saying? I mean, so everybody got something. Everybody brings something to the table. She just got to put it in the proper perspective. But like he said, if that woman got behind him, then these kids out here that's doing all this killing and this gang banging and this dope dealing and all that stuff that we know that's coming from a certain element because all the men is in jail, right? America is 5% of the world's population, but 25% of the world's incarceration.
And our generation is being told today, you know, you don't need a nigga. You don't need a man. I could do it myself. I'm getting bread myself. F a nigga. You know, that's again. That's what our generation has become today.
Brother MC Eiht.
Because a female will tell a nigga in a minute, nigga, I don't need you, nigga. I'm getting my own money, nigga. I don't care. You feel me?
But she really do need her.
Yeah,
Because
but
that's why her child is out. That's why her child has got life in prison.
Yeah.
That's why these kids out here killing, because you need somebody to discipline those kids in their household.
Hey, let me ask you a question. And this is going way off the thing, because y'all know you ain't even in the life no more. Y'all doing other things, right? Great things.
I was never a pimp.
And you were never, you were never one. You know, you was the game guy.
Yeah.
But I saw a female pimp on the thing, and that kind of tripped me out a little bit because I thought that was I'm trying to think of the word I had on the tip.
Taboo?
Yeah, I thought it was taboo. I didn't think it was right.
No, it ain't right. You know, okay, let me give you a simple example. People always like, man, yeah, there's female pimps. I'm going to give you a simple example. Here in Hollywood, you have actors and you have actress, right? You go to a restaurant, they got waitress and they got waitress, right? They say waitress and actress because it's a feminine aspect. So if you want to say, if you just want to say she got some hoes and she putting them down, well, you got pimps and you got pimptress. You can never be a pimp. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can never be a pimp woman. You understand what I'm saying? You can go through the motions. You can get a woman to give you something because a fake bitch will pay a stop sign. She'll pay a monkey with no pocket. She'll pay a fixed up garbage can. You understand what I'm saying? We know that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if the bitch ain't got, I mean, Kenny Red said it best, a bitch with no instructions headed for self-destruction. You understand? That's your homeboy. So we understand how that gang go. But no, a woman can never be a pimp. She should not even want to be a pimp.
I saw the girl, what was her name, Lex?
Yeah. The girl that she had, I took that girl from her, and then that broad, you understand, she got out of my camp, and she went back to Lex, and she wanted to be a lesbian lifestyle. So, you know what I'm saying? So she's a lesbian. And, you know, my girls on Pimps Up, Hold Down, they was arguing with her about, bitch, come on home, come back home, bitch, you can't, ain't no bitch ain't gonna never get no money in mine. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and real hoes and real pimps understand that. You know, but you got women out there, you know, who are just as vicious as men, who are opportunists, you know, and they don't even understand the game, and they think they're doing what we do. And real for people that really don't know, the pimping ain't got nothing to do with no money. I don't want no money. You can't just give me anything. You got to give me my respect. I want your soul. You know what I'm saying? When my stomach grow, I want you to be there to give me a plate. You know what I'm saying? I mean, when I got to use the bathroom, hand me some toilet paper. You You know, when my teeth feel sudden need to be clean, I need you to be passing me a toothbrush. You know what I'm saying? That's what the pimps go for, the real pimps for soul. If you know a real pimp, give instructions. You know what I'm saying? That's what he do. Hey, cook me something to eat. Hey, go get my shoes out the car. Hey, woo, 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 woo. That's what pimping is. Pimping is instruction, but people got this misconception that it's all about selling pussy. Man, my bitches hardly ever sold pussy. They sold pussyality. It's a difference. They have a trick, and the trick think he gonna get some pussy. He never touched the pussy. You know what I'm saying? And I get millions from just giving a game that I can give a bitch for not turning the day with a trick and not being a flatback. That's why, you know, I was the king for so many years. These niggas, you know, they was on there, had bitch turning the day, getting pennies and nickels and stuff like that. You know, I was getting 30,000 a pop, 10,000 a pop. Woo, woo, woo. You know, y'all seen me $100,000 watches. You know, mink coats, two-tone, Rolls Royces, all that shit because I wasn't into it for that. You know, and if a woman gave me her mind and her soul, I can elevate her. I can level her up. I can take her to the next. I can show her how to go in the casino. Never touch a man's penis, never suck his penis, never get her vagina penetrated and come up out of there with 10,000, 15,000. It's different levels to this game, bro. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, because I'm going to tell you the one thing that you brought to the game, right? Every rapper wanted to be a pimp at one time.
Yeah, they had me on their albums.
And that's when, and I noticed that's when all the pimps start catching the cases.
Yeah, and that's why I say I denounce pimps up, hoes down, the American pimp, because I know that was as to the black community as Scarface was to our era. When niggas wanted to be Rick Ross and niggas was selling keys and heroin, they wanted to be Scarface. Niggas wanted to be like New Jack City. Colors came on the TV. Next day, everybody gang banging in Lil Rock. You know what I'm saying? And that was influential. That was influenced by Hollywood. So when we did Pimps Up, Hoes Down, I was the star. I was the main figure in Pimps Up, Hoes Down. I had a small part in American Pimp, but right after that, you start seeing Snoop Dogg, you know, want to be a pimp. You know, T.I. had Pimp Scar Click, Ludacris pimping all over the world, Nelly Pimp Juice, and Hollywood came right in and they propagated. And then what happened? The feds came in, they hit us with human trafficking. How can you say that black men are human trafficking when they the first traffickers? They brought us over here from Africa, the translated African slave trade. We had over 2 million people died in the Atlantic Passages, in the Atlantic Passages, and we had millions. It was 5 million slaves in this country in 1864, before 1865, the Emancipation Proclamation. Out of that 5 million, they was working absolutely free. It was 100% tax on the slave, meaning that he didn't get no food, he didn't get no clothes. Everything was taken from him. At that time, minimum wages, even if we say 50 cents, 8 hours a day, that was $4 a day. That's $20 million a day, right? $20 million a day times 264 years. You tell me who the real human traffickers are.
Yeah, let me ask
you know what I'm saying? Let's keep it real.
Point.
You know what I'm saying? Keep it real.
You know, because I ain't gonna get into politics at all right now, but I always tell people that, you know, everybody always talk about this person. I said, we don't need to be giving nobody our vote unless they talking about breaking us off. It's ours. You know what I'm saying?
I'm voting for Kamala Harris. I'm gonna tell you why. The reason why I'm voting for her because she works with us, my organization, Hip Hop Fraternity. She let us bring my people there, my Miss Kentrice, our COO over there, and James C.B. Gray and King Moore, and we work with them. Even Ice-T did a drop for them, you know, Stop the Violence. And if you brothers would like to do a drop, we're trying to stop the violence. And, you know, she was working with us. And a lot of people don't know, she didn't want nothing but rappers. It's called Hip Hop Against Gun Violence. And brothers out here talking about, man, I love Trump, I love Trump, I love Trump. Hey, man, I with Trump too. I used to gamble at his casinos back in the day. I used to admire him. You know, I love the way he hang out with brothers. But when we talk about, you know, Kamala Harris, a lot of people don't know that this woman is actively with hip hop. She with what's my man name? Big Daddy Kane, Ice-T. She with Migos, the dude Quavo. She whatever his name is. She with all of us. You know. Miss, my National Director of Veteran Affairs, Miss Asha Hernandez Castleberry, she's on her administration. Go to her, everybody go to Asha Hernandez Castleberry. Go to her page. You'll see me on there. You'll also see President Biden. You'll see the Vice President on there.
You talking about some reparations?
Yeah. Well, that's what we work with them for. I told them in order for us to work with y'all, we need at least $200 to $300 million. to build community centers, HHF headquarters, and they act in the capacity of like a YMCA, where we can help these kids out and we can teach them through hip hop. Because you know what American New Foreign Policy is? Hip hop. Every time a dignitary or somebody go over to Dubai or they go over to Saudi Arabia, Jay-Z, Snoop Dogg. And these people, that's why they court hip hop. That's why hip hop is being courted, because we are us, y'all, the originators of this. We are the original, we are the people that's the most influential in the world. Not politics, not the white man, hip hop. Not rock and roll, hip hop. Not country music, hip hop. That's why we got to take control of this, and that's what the hip hop fraternity is doing.
Do you think she uses us though? As far as, because like you said, hip hop is powerful, makes a gang of money, created billionaires and millionaires. Do you feel that they use us because we are more connected to the average community, motherfucker?
Well, let me explain to politics with politics. Politics is called quid quo pro, a favor for a favor. All politicians are prostitutes. They all for sale. You know what I'm saying? They all uses us. You know what I'm saying? We just got to figure out how do we want to be used. And we got to understand how to set up measures and activities and different events that's going to be to our benefit. You know what I'm saying? So if she says she's going to give us $200 to $300 million, if she's working with us, if we got a problem with gun violence, and my man James C.B. Gray, he got the street corner resources where they come, every time somebody gets shot, we come and we deal with that. We try to neutralize the brothers from killing each other. This is the type of stuff that we're doing in the community with the hip hop fraternity. If they down with us, then we down with them. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind. I don't have no problem with Lil Wayne and Kodak Black being down with Donald Trump. Hey, if he pardoned me, I would be too. So what you got to understand is, they all uses us, right? It's called quid quo pro. It's a favor for a favor. That's what politics is. And you know what? Umar Johnson said this recently, and I agree with him. He said, man, what brothers don't understand is that we can vote for whoever we want to vote for. The Electoral College. You know what I'm saying? They the one who picked the
president.
Hillary beat Donald Trump. Hillary beat Donald Trump. She won the popular vote. Al Gore won the popular vote. Who they picked? They picked Bush and they picked Trump. So it don't make, that's just a game that they play. It's manipulation. But what we got to understand is that it's a favor for a favor. The reason why Lil Wayne and Kodak Black was pardoned, because the dude that got him pardoned, you know what I'm saying, said, hey man, these people, you know what I'm saying, they support our interests. And that's what they do. They only gonna help who help them. So if we helping Miss Kamala Harris, with her initiative, which we went on the radio station, I think it was in Vegas, on Power 108, and I had James C.B. Gray, our national spokesperson, talk in interest in Ice-T. Both of them was on there speaking on behalf of the hip hop fraternity. You know what I'm saying? That just gave us a favor. So Miss Kamala Harris, you know what I'm saying, if you just want to look at how the politics go, she should do something for the hip hop fraternity. She owed us a favor because we got down with her, from a political perspective, where we felt that it best fit our interests. If it don't fit your interests, don't vote outside your interests. If Donald Trump fits your interests, if Donald Trump doing something, vote for Donald Trump. I tell my partner, love Donald Trump. Man, that nigga's a gangster. You know what I'm saying? I said, well, vote for him. You know what I'm saying? But I have a right to choose too. You know what I'm saying? Then you said something about the Bible. You talking about women being mean. And you didn't say nothing about the Bible. It's something in the Bible that I read when I was in prison, when I was in solitary confinement.
He'll have no fury like a woman scorned.
Man, you picked it out. Man, Revelations is a cold book, man. If you don't like nothing about the Bible, read Revelation. There's so much game in there about the woman. The woman is a cold demonstration, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of brothers don't understand. But that's the only reason why I'm with her. But anybody in the hip hop fraternity, they can vote as they want to. But I know she allowed our young brother, King Moore, to go to the White House. You know what I'm saying? And we got some things that we got going on I can't talk about right now because I'm on the NDA. But I'm just telling you, man, And then also I got daughters. So as a black man and a black woman, right? If you don't believe in politics, if you don't like Kamala Harris, you know what I'm saying? Think about the imagery of your daughter seeing a black woman at the helm of this country. You know what I'm saying? Because no matter who you vote for, they're going to do what they do anyway. But if you want to see the imagery and you want to see us winning as black folks, when Barack Obama is the only president I would have ever voted for. The reason why I voted for him was because I just want to see that imagery, right?
I think everybody did.
Yeah, and as a former pimp,
voted for him.
as a former pimp, Pete, the way we won in the game is when we pull up in the Rolls Royces in the jury. That image, helped to knock the bra. You know what I'm saying? I mean, so imagery is everything. So we got to make sure that we got a positive image on our young women. You know what I'm saying? So my daughters, which I got a daughter with a master's degree, I got daughters with all kind of college experiences. I don't know if they got some interest in politics, but if they did, hey man, there's a probability if they see Kamala win, maybe they can go and try sometime. And that's just, I mean, that might not be enough to, but I'm telling you, it don't make a difference who
She
you
got
vote
action
for.
for sure. Goldie, you never been a rapper?
Nah.
Just a game guy.
You know.
You just a cool motherfucker, man.
You know.
Sometimes that's all it takes. You
Just
feel
a
me?
cool motherfucker.
Shit, that's why I say sometimes it take normal motherfuckers who can, do the same mother thing and still have confidence and pride. Because ain't nothing wrong with it. You feel me?
You know.
I know you. I was talking to, what's my man? You got a recording artist. You got a rapper that you manage right this here with us tonight.
Mike Fresh. Mike Fresh.
Mike Fresh.
Come on up here, man.
Come on over here real quick, man, because I told
Yeah.
you I wanted to get you over here. This man, how many streams have you done in your single?
20 billion.
This man got 20 billion streams, man. That's a lot of loot.
Oh, definitely. That's a lot of
That's
streams.
a lot of loot. What's the name of the song?
Bounce when she walk.
And the other, what's the other one?
Throw that ass in a circle.
Hey.
Oh, actually, man, hold on. Let's do this, man, right there. I'm gonna let you get my seat. You should guess. I'm being a bad host right now.
Yeah, man, let the man sit down, man. Hey, man, this California, man, not California.
I mean,
Mike
man.
Fresh.
It's out right now.
Bow, bow. What's good with y'all? How y'all doing?
Man, we good. I'm gonna share this mic with you. For sure. 20 billion streams, some impressive ass shit, man.
Nah, I appreciate that, man.
Because I
Appreciate
got
that.
homeboys that's been in the game for a long time.
Niggas got 2 streams and shit.
Streams.
Yeah.
And where you from? You said you was from New Orleans.
Originally, I'm from New Orleans, Louisiana. I started rapping at DFW, Dallas Fort Worth, Texas, though.
Okay.
Know who his cousin is?
Who?
Mystical.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
So this is how we get cool. So Mystical got robbed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Robbed from Milwaukee. And he called me, and I was able to get Mystical jury back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so when he told me that Mystical was his uncle, I said, he got robbed and I got his jury back and whatever. He said, oh man, that's
Oh, yeah,
whatever. Then
definitely.
he got to telling me about his family members and stuff like that. And he was there with BG and all them. So he been in the culture for a minute.
Putting in the work.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
And so I had to sign it, brother.
Oh yeah, man. Sometimes that's what it takes. You gotta go through the trenches sometime, man.
For
That's
sure.
where we come from. But you come out on the other end with positive situation. You get to hook up with Ken and everything is wonderful. You know what I'm saying? So everything happened for a reason, man.
That's for
Especially when you come from the streets, man.
That's
We have to, like you said, sometimes that road is a little unpaved. You know what I'm saying? To get a little rocky, but
Sure.
you still get to the end of the street, make that turn, and now you on smooth pavement. So
sure.
sometimes that's what it take, man.
That's why I had to make sure we got him up here, man. So when he up there winning them Grammys and stuff next year, I can say, hey, man, we had him on the thing first.
Yes.
Hey,
There you go. Shit.
It's on the way.
I think he passed that already. He's doing 20 billion streams.
Yeah, that's
Man, that's
official.
amazing, ain't it, man?
International.
Yes,
20
indeed.
billion, man, let that breathe. 20
Yeah,
billion?
yeah, that's a lot.
Beyonce had did like a show. Sierra just did it recently, but before Beyonce had did a show where she was performing and she did the song like in a performance, like just show love to her straight like that.
And then it was at Coachella or something. They just did it too, right? You showed
Yeah,
me something?
Coachella, they had played it and did their own. Diplo got his own version of the song. They actually about to put that out.
And this crazy thing about it, just tell them, man, the whole school, man, how many people are doing it all over the world, and
Man, yeah,
all the
man.
different
Every
foreigners.
other country they doing the dance and the
Doing their
chant.
own versions and shit, and all the TikTok moves and all that.
doing that.
Yeah, you get real big quick when people start making their own versions of shit.
sure.
What we used to call remixes back in the day, but now with social media and the internet, people can make their own versions and dance steps and all kind of shit to it. So that's what my son always tell me: when people use your stuff, it makes you go viral faster. You feel me?
Correct me, because I was down there, because I saw so many people. I look on the thing, I'm looking at some of our videos. They got 2-3 million views. I'm like, they getting more views off our videos than we is. I'm striking people and taking stuff down. Eiht son told them, Dad, tell Steele.
Yeah, tell them don't take that shit down. Tell them
because
yeah, that basically gives you, you know, he said that's how you go viral when other people start wanting to post your shit.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It's actually a way where you could leave it up, but the money that's being earned still go to you. So it's a way you could do
That's
that.
what I'm
You
working on
collect
right
the money
now.
from their views still.
Exactly.
Right now, as far as a label situation, you don't really need you don't got to fuck with nobody, do you?
Nah, not at all. It's already coming in like that.
But you know the good thing about it though, you know, I remember we was at a show and he was performing and the women was taking their bra and they was throwing they titty doing the titty thing and I'm like, man, what the hell is that's before I signed. I said, man, who is you, dude? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And come to find out, you know, he was the truth, man. So I said, man, just come on to Atlanta, man. You know, I got a situation for you, man. You're gonna love it. You know what I'm saying?
Girlfriend, man?
Nah, not at all.
I was gonna say, man, if you got a girlfriend, you getting your career popping. That ain't gonna last too long.
You better take advice from Goldie, man, and stop playing this shit.
You know what
You leave this man right here too in your corner. You good to go.
Exactly.
You good to go, man. That's amazing, man. I'm glad to see y'all brothers out there doing a bunch of positive stuff. That's why, if you notice, I ain't talked to y'all about no pimping not one time because
Right.
we got to move past certain stuff.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because black people, sometimes people want to define us by our past all the time.
Yeah.
Instead of what we doing right now in our future.
Right, and that's why I say don't put a period by my name, put commas, because you know I got 2 books, you know, The Art of Human Chess, you know, Pepology, The 40 Laws of Game, and they bestsellers, and they all got 5 stars on any platform. You know, ain't too many artists can do that. And this
Right.
my Pepology in this 22nd printing. Most books only go to 2 printings. It's in this 22nd printing. It's selling like it was selling years ago. And the good thing, I tell people, the good thing about it is I own 100% of rights of my audible rights of both books. And I had to get it back from Simon Schuster because, you know, being in the music game, so I go to look at my royalties, and they said, you know, there's no money. I'm like, what the hell is going on? And then, you know, I went there. They said, well, it says in the contract 15% royalty, but when it go to paperback, it reversed to 5%. So I had to go to Simon Schuster. I offered them $50,000. I said, look, I want to buy the rights to my audio book. So I wrote a contract, put a Jewish name on it, copy and pasted from the internet, and tuck it over to Simon Schuster. When I got the contract in there, I had a check. I had $50,000 on it, but I didn't endorse it. The lawyers read it. I showed them the check. I pushed the check out in their face. They looked at the check. I flipped that bitch. They signed that hoe. I hit it, went out the door. The CEO of the company called me and said, say, man, you didn't sign the check. I said, well, shit, they didn't read the contract. You know what I'm saying? So I ended up I own 100. Go look. I can't make this up. Go to audible.com and say, Ken Ivy, the owner. And you know what I'm saying? And that goes back to what MC Eiht was talking about, man. Fuck the pistol. Fuck all that gang bang shit. You want to play me? I'm going to play you on your motherfucking level.
Yes,
you understand
indeed.
me? And guess what? They respected so much that they allowed me to be a agent. I'm a literary agent for Simon Schuster. The same people that tried to play me, and I played back. Now, I done did 3 books deals with them. You know what I'm saying? Brought Boosie over there, got Boosie a deal. Brought Ice-T over there, got Ice-T deal. We did one with Corey Wise. You know what I'm saying? And got action and more books, you know, because they respect that I didn't come up there with the violence. And I told the people, the guy, Jeremy, I told him what happened. I said, bro, listen, I'm only playing the game that y'all taught me.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all got me. I haven't seen royalties in 4 or 5 years. You know what I'm saying? What the f- is going on? I done sold millions of dollars worth of books. Now I done made millions off of the ownership of that. So, you know what I'm saying? That's just some game for y'all, man. Y'all don't always got to go in there with the gun. You ain't got to cuss your executives out. You ain't got to cuss the record levels out. Just get smart, man. Use your intelligence. You know what I'm saying?
The coolest thing in the world with that shake, though. Hey,
Oh, definitely.
Went in there back in the day on Unknown's ass. Hey, man,
Yeah, like, yeah, here.
by myself.
Show that nigga a check, bing,
Sign
bing,
it,
yeah.
gone.
But if I can send a bitch out there and get $1 million, you know what I'm saying, and get in the game, or I can play a nigga out of some money, right? Well, what makes me think that just because dude got a Harvard or Yale or Columbia University or Cambridge University title behind his name, he got some sheepskin, that he, you know, gonna play me? No. We're gonna go like he said, apples or oranges, metric to metric. You know what I'm saying? What white, black, orange, green man can outplay me?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Who gonna outsmart me? That's what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm saying? And that's the point that I try to make to the young people. Like, man, listen, man. Hey, man, use your head for more than the head rack. You know what I'm saying?
That's real, man. I appreciate y'all coming on, man, but you've been sitting over there holding on to that bottle of tequila all night.
Yeah, man. Hey, man, I want to offer y'all, man. Hey, man, this is my brand, man, Tequila More. Hey, me and my man Steve Love, along with Forte International. You know, y'all might have seen a lot of deals. You know, we did deals for Boosie. You know, my man Steve Love. You know, we collaborate. You know, when you see Boosie coming to KOD and Arcanelli buying $20 million worth of liquor, $20,000 of liquor, I made that deal happen. I'm the behind the scene man.
Right.
You know, just like I told y'all what I did with Simon Schuster.
Right.
I could talk to white folks. I know how to negotiate. I know how to do business. That's why having me as your manager or as your executive, I'm the best person for the deal because I know how to get business done. And my man Steve-O, well, see, you know the game. Like me and Steve-O, we done traveled and people didn't even know it. We just put on some regular clothes, some blue jeans, and we went to every liquor store and dropped cases out. That's where the money is. You can make money like that. You know what I'm saying? Then, you know, we put the billboards all over the country and all that stuff. And we done did it together. We done went in the car. You know, we done flew all over the country and talked to people, you know, and did deals. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you know, in Atlanta, people don't know. When they was buying that Boosie liquor in all them liquor stores, I was the one talking to them people. You know, talking to them.
We need to get that blue stamp,
Oh, yeah, definitely. Why not?
Blue Gavi going.
Yeah. Well, look here, man. There go my business partner, Steve Love, over there. It's Just Money Entertainment. You know, he also helped Boosie with the rap snack deal. We got relationships with colognes. You know, we do book deals, we do liquor deals, and, you know, we bring a whole nother flavor because we from Milwaukee. We from the bottom. They call it Milwaukee. Man, we ain't got no Mexicans. We ain't got no Colombians. We ain't got nothing, man. We just got straight poverty. So, you know what I'm saying? When we make a move, you know what I'm saying, we go in real hard. You know what I mean? Because we from that, man. We like from the bottom. And that's
a Midwest thing.
Yeah, that's where Tony Neal from.
Sure.
Tell me sometimes he's like, "Still, you just pressing on him. You ain't wait for him." No, man.
You know Tony Neal, Core
Yeah,
DJs,
Tony
right?
DJs.
Right.
Yeah, Core DJs. Yeah. He's from Milwaukee.
Right.
Cuckoo Cow from Milwaukee. You know, a Baby Drew from Milwaukee. Father Divine, John Divine's from Milwaukee. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, we got my brother Valentino. That's my main man. Bigg Steele. We got players, you know, that really be down with us, man. And we bring a whole other element to the business side.
That's cracking.
Y'all give the people some traffic directions, and we will have it in our link too. Hip Hop Fraternity site, your podcast.
Oh, yeah. Game Guy Goldie on Instagram. Don't hate the player, learn the game. I got the Game Guy mentality course. You know, get these principles. I got weekly game calls. Me and Ken, we do bi-weekly game calls. Young Goldie _ on Instagram. Check me out.
Yeah, go follow me on all platforms. Mike Fresh, MYKFRESH on everything. Type it in.
Hey, you can find me at hhfmedia.com. Join, become a member, and I'll follow you back. You can email me everything. All my information is on there. If you got music, then upload the music. We look at the music. We trying to sign artists. We trying to work with people like we work with Mike Fresh. You know, you just got to have talent and have skills. Also, you know, if you want to just hit me up, you want to be on some social media stuff, hit me up on IG at realpimpkin_. I'm trying to get to 100,000 followers, so y'all bring me there. I'm about close to 70. I need about 30,000 more followers. So if it's 30,000 out there, I need y'all to follow me. If you want to get some real game, you go get my book, The 48 Laws of Game, Pimpology, at audible.com, or you go get Art of Human Chess. It teach you how to maneuver, teach you how to strategize, how to play, and some of the things that we've been talking about on this show. The book, everything your daddy, your mama didn't teach you, the book will teach you. And thank you for listening.
Yeah, and that's what we do.
Yes, sir.
So remember, check that description for these links.
Okay.
Giving y'all some hot
And
information.
shout out to Ricardo Moore, our brand, and this is yours, sir.
Yeah. And you know what we do with stuff like that. So hush up and we out of here.
All right, man. This is
Yeah.
a good one, man.
Gangster Chronicles, we gon' tell you how it goes.
If I lie, my nose will grow like Pinocchio. We gon' tell you the truth and nothing but the truth.
Gangster Chronicles, this is not your average show.